Have you ever felt like this? You try. You really try. You make plans, you get motivated, you start strong, and then somehow, you're right back where you started. Or worse, another failed diet, another project you abandoned halfway, another relationship that fell apart, another job you didn't go for. And the worst part? A voice in your head whispers, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Maybe I'm just one of those people who keeps failing. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something important. You are not broken, you are not lazy, and you are definitely not a loser. What's happening is actually incredibly common, and it has a name in psychology. Today, we're going to break down exactly why people keep failing, even when they desperately want to succeed. We'll look at the real psychological mechanisms behind repeated failure, and most importantly, how to finally break the cycle. Stay with me. This could change how you see yourself forever. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've ever felt stuck in this loop of almost succeeding and then falling back, this video is for you. We're diving deep into the psychology of repeated failure. Not surface level, just try harder advice, but the actual science of why smart, capable people keep ending up in the same place. We'll cover how your brain can literally learn to give up even when escape is possible. Why part of you might be protecting you by sabotaging your success. How your identity fights against change. The mindset difference that separates people who bounce back from those who stay stuck. And practical steps to finally break free. This isn't about shaming yourself. It's about understanding the hidden patterns so you can finally work with your brain instead of against it. Let's get into it. Let's start with one of the most famous and heartbreaking experiments in psychology. In the 1960s, psychologist Martin Seligman and his colleague Stephen Mayer were studying dogs. They divided them into 3 groups. Group 1 could press a panel to stop electric shocks. Group 2 received the exact same shocks, but nothing they did would stop them. The shocks were uncontrollable. Group 3 got no shocks at all. Later, all the dogs were put in a new situation. A box, divided by a low wall. One side had shocks, the other didn't. All they had to do was jump over the wall to escape. The dogs from groups 1 and 3 quickly figured it out and jumped to safety. But the dogs from group 2, most of them just lay down and took the shocks. They didn't even try to escape, even though escape was now possible. They had learned that their actions didn't matter. They had learned helplessness. Seligman later showed this happens in humans too. When we experience repeated situations where our efforts don't change the outcome, failed jobs, toxic relationships, constant rejection, our brain can start to believe nothing I do makes a difference. And once that belief sets in, we stop trying, even when the situation changes and success becomes possible. Sound familiar? That what's the point feeling after enough failures? That's learned helplessness in action. Now here's where it gets even more interesting and a little painful. A lot of what looks like self-sabotage or laziness is actually your brain trying to protect you. Your nervous system is ancient. It evolved to keep you alive, not to make you successful or happy. And one of its favorite strategies is avoid anything that might cause pain or uncertainty. Success can feel dangerous to your brain. What if you succeed and then fail even bigger later? What if people expect more from you? What if you lose the identity of the underdog or the one who's still figuring it out? So instead of risking the unknown pain of success or big failure, your brain chooses the familiar pain of staying stuck. That's why you might procrastinate on something important until the deadline forces you, pick fights in a good relationship right when things are going well, accidentally forget to follow up on an opportunity, or tell yourself, I'll start Monday for the 47th time. It's not that you don't want success. It's that part of you is terrified of what success or the attempt might cost you emotionally. This is self-sabotage. Not because you're broken, but because your brain thinks it's keeping you safe. This one might hit hardest. Your brain is obsessed with consistency. It wants your actions to match the story you tell yourself about who you are. Psychologists call this self-consistency or identity protection. If your deep identity is, I'm someone who fails, I'm not disciplined, or good things don't happen for people like me, then succeeding creates cognitive dissonance. Psychological discomfort. Your brain hates that discomfort, so it does everything it can to resolve it, usually by making you fail or quit so the story stays consistent. Think about it. If you've always seen yourself as the flaky friend, actually showing up consistently feels wrong on some level. Your brain will find ways to sabotage it to protect the old identity. This is why change feels so hard. It's not just about habits, it's about rewriting who you believe you are. And your brain will resist that rewrite with everything it has. Your brain runs on prediction and reward. When you avoid something uncomfortable like working on your goal, you get immediate relief. That relief feels good. It releases a tiny bit of dopamine. Your brain learns avoiding equals reward. So next time, the avoidance gets stronger. Meanwhile, actually doing the hard thing feels uncertain and potentially painful in the short term. Even if the long-term reward is huge, your brain is terrible at valuing future rewards over present comfort. This is why I know what to do. I just don't do it is so common. It's not a willpower problem. It's a prediction and emotion regulation problem. Your brain predicts discomfort and chooses the option that feels safer right now. Now let's talk about one of the biggest game changers in this entire topic: mindset. Psychologist Carol Dweck spent decades studying this. She found that people generally hold one of two beliefs about ability. Fixed mindset. I am smart or talented or not talented. Abilities are fixed traits. Failure equals proof that you're not good enough. It leads to avoiding challenges, giving up quickly, and feeling helpless. Growth mindset. Abilities can be developed through effort, strategies, and learning. Failure equals information. It shows you what to work on next. It leads to persistence, embracing challenges, and actually improving over time. In studies, kids praised for being smart chose easier tasks next time and performed worse after failure. Kids praised for their effort chose harder tasks and performed better after failure. The belief system literally changed how they responded to setbacks. If you've been failing repeatedly, there's a good chance a fixed mindset is running in the background, even if you consciously want to improve. Here's how these pieces fit together into that painful loop you've probably felt. Learned helplessness makes you stop trying after setbacks. Self-sabotage protects you from the fear of bigger failure or identity change. Your identity demands consistency, so you sabotage to stay you. Avoidance gives short-term relief and gets reinforced. Fixed mindset turns every failure into proof that you can't change. Confirmation bias makes you notice every failure and ignore progress. It becomes a self-reinforcing system. The more you fail or sabotage, the stronger these patterns get. That's why just try harder almost never works long-term. You're fighting against multiple psychological systems at once. Okay, now for the part that actually matters. How do we break this? The good news is these patterns are learned, which means they can be unlearned. Here's what actually works. First, start small enough that your brain can't sabotage it. Your brain resists big changes because they feel threatening. Start ridiculously small. So small it feels almost silly. Instead of, I'm going to the gym 5 days a week, start with, I will put on my workout clothes and stand in the living room for 2 minutes. Small wins rebuild the belief that your actions matter, the opposite of learned helplessness. Second, reframe failure as data. Every time you fail, pause and ask, what did I learn? What will I do differently next time? This rewires your brain from, I'm a failure to, this is information. Third, update your identity deliberately. Instead of trying to force new behaviors while keeping the old identity, start telling yourself a new story. I'm someone who's learning how to follow through. I'm becoming the kind of person who finishes what they start. Say it out loud. Write it down. Act in small ways that prove it to yourself. Fourth, lower the certainty threshold. Many people wait until they feel 100% ready or certain before acting. That day never comes. Practice taking action when you're only 60 to 70% sure. The more you do this, the more your brain learns that uncertainty isn't dangerous. Fifth, expect resistance and plan for it. Your brain will try to sabotage you when you start changing. That's normal. When the urge to quit or procrastinate hits, say, "Ah, there's the resistance. This is expected. I'm going to do the small action anyway." Sixth, track evidence of change. Keep a wins and progress journal. Actively collect proof that you are capable of change. Your brain needs new evidence to update its beliefs. Seventh, get support or accountability. These patterns are incredibly sticky when you fight them alone. A coach, therapist, or even an accountability partner can make a massive difference. The key is compassion plus consistent small action. Not perfection, not massive motivation, just steady, evidence-based progress that slowly rewires these old patterns. If you've been stuck in this cycle of repeated failure, please hear this. It's not because there's something fundamentally wrong with you. It's because your brain learned some very powerful but outdated lessons about safety, identity, and control. Those lessons made sense at some point in your life, but they're no longer serving you. The fact that you're even watching this video means part of you is ready to learn something new. You don't have to become a completely different person overnight. You just have to start giving your brain new evidence, one small, consistent action at a time, that change is possible and that you are capable of it. The people who eventually succeed aren't the ones who never failed. They're the ones who finally understood why they were failing and decided to work with their psychology instead of against it. You can be one of them. If this video helped you understand yourself better, hit that like button and subscribe for more psychology that actually helps. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. Tell me, what's one pattern you recognized in yourself? You're not alone in this, and you're not stuck forever. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.